from Bossman Thin. Okay. Should Minnesota go get Xavien Howard from the Dolphins? If he's available, sure. I think a Patrick Peterson, once he's healthy, Howard, and then you can keep Danzer on the bench since you hate him for whatever reason, that could make some sense. I don't think Howard gets dealt. I think Miami needs to win games right now because, I mean, they don't have their own first-round pick. They can't tank. It doesn't do anything for them. So I think if you're Miami, you're probably not going to trade away Xavien Howard.
Let's go to Evan. You're next up here on NFL Daily. If Minnesota beats Dallas, I think they are playoff contenders. I 100% agree with that. Minnesota right now, I believe, is 3-3 on the season. And when you really think about how their year has gone, there's only been one team that I can legitimately say should have beat the Arizona Cardinals, and that was Minnesota. And whatever the hell that kicker's name is, missed a 34-yarder, should have been a chip shot, and instead they lost 34-33. If this Vikings team was 4-2 and they beat the Cardinals, everyone would be saying they're a playoff caliber team. So yes, I 100% agree with you. Let's go to Goon Squad 420. Better set of 4 players. Okay, I like this. So Vikings and Cowboys are going up against each other this week. Vikings have Cousins, Cook, Thielen, and Jefferson. Cowboys, Prescott, Zeke, Lamb, and Cooper. Which team has the better set of 4 players? All right, how about you guys get your votes in here? Type V for Vikings or C for Cowboys. Cousins, Cook, Thielen, and Jefferson. At quarterback, advantage goes to Dak. Running back, Dalvin's the more talented one, though Zeke has been really good this year and more reliable in terms of injuries. And then the receivers, Thielen or Jefferson or Lamb and Cooper. Wow, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'd probably actually give the advantage to Minnesota, but it's really close. Sorry, let's go to Christian Navarro. How would Minnesota's defense bounce back from the worst year under Mike Zimmer? How would it bounce back? I mean, you still gotta get the most out of some of your players, where Kendricks needs, I think, still step up. Losing some of the safeties they've lost definitely hurts. I'll say Danielle Hunter has been a major, major bright spot. Also, who's the man? He just ended up signing back. He was a defensive end. He's an older guy in Minnesota. He's been Everson Griffin. He's been playing a lot better than I think expected. The corners, though, you had Patrick Peterson. He's been okay. Brashad Breeland definitely needs to be able to go ahead and step up. Not having the first rounder that they ended up giving up from TCU. Man, Jeff Gladney, that's definitely hurt them, but they still can be able to come around. The offense, though, is leading this team. Let's go to Evan. Vikings trade for Evan Engram. So I actually think this is a pretty good idea. I know one of the players that I was really excited to see end up getting it done this year was Irv Smith Jr. He just hasn't really been able to get it done. Also, Tyler Conklin, who was actually a dude that I talked to before. I believe he went to Central Michigan. He just really hasn't been all that great either. So if you're looking for a tight end that could really help out the offense, can't block, Evan Engram would be a pretty interesting name. Yes, I agree.
Now, today's show is helped out by our sportsbook partner, BETUS. If you want to gamble on the NFL, make some money, do it with BETUS. You can get a 125% deposit bonus when you use promo code NFLDAILY at chatsports.com/bet. Now, I mentioned the jersey earlier. Here's how you can get it. To get the deposit bonus and the jersey, you have to put down at least $100 using promo code NFLDAILY at chatsports.com/bet. Then email us jersey at chatsports.com. We have a ton of different official Nike NFL jerseys that are available for you guys, from Joe Burrow all the way down to Dak Prescott as well, Kyler Murray, etc. Tons of options for you guys. We will need, a screenshot of your first bet, your BETUS account number, and what jersey and size you guys want. Tons of different options, though, for whatever favorite team you guys have. So if you want in on this deal, email us jersey at chatsports.com. I'll put the email, by the way, to make your lives a bit easier, in both the comment section and in the description. But remember, it's all thanks to our friends over at BETUS, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL. You got to get going with them to get the jersey deal.
So how about this? I like this one. I want you to name a player that is guaranteed to get traded at the deadline. The deadline is November 2nd. We're going to be live here on Chat Sports. Make sure you turn on those notifications and subscribe. But guaranteed, like, you're betting your next paycheck that this player ends up getting dealt. If I was going to bet my next paycheck on any player in the NFL that's going to get traded, I would probably end up going with either Marlon Mack or Kyle Fuller. Those are the two players that I'm the most confident they end up getting dealt. If I have to give another name, it's Brandon Cooks. Let's go to Trace twice. Do you think Duke Johnson is worth an ad in a PPR league? All right, so I actually kind of like this question. Obviously, I'm a fantasy football nut. So the Miami Dolphins, they went out and they signed Duke Johnson. He's right now on their practice squad. I know a lot of Dolphins fans were excited about this. He's the all-time leading rusher at Miami. The real connection is, though, Duke once played with, guess who, Deshaun Watson. If Watson has a chance of going to Miami, I say yes. Malcolm Brown just went on IR, and we know Duke is actually, I believe he's the only running back in NFL history, his first 4 seasons in the league, to have over 50 receptions as a running back. I believe that's the stat. So, yes, I actually would pick him up in a PPR league. Let's go to L2 Cloud Z. Where do you think Allen Robinson getting traded to? My top destinations for Robinson, and I did a trade last week, was the New England Patriots. I asked Harrison today, like, hey, could you give me an Allen Robinson trade? And the deal he ended up saying was a second-round pick, and second-round pick to the New England Patriots, right? So, like, I think the Patriots just make the most sense there for A-Rob. But if you guys want to let me know where you think he could end up getting dealt, I mean, at the end of the day, I would say yes. He probably needs to get out of Chicago. Somebody can go ahead and pay him. The connection with him and Justin Fields, it's simply not there. So Allen Robinson would be a hell of a name. There is no doubt about that. So who will be the biggest name traded before the NFL trade deadline on November 2nd? Let me know down in the comments. And if a big name player does end up getting dealt, like A-Rob, like Deshaun Watson, like Tua Tagovailoa, anything like that, we're going to be going ahead and making a video about it. So what I want you to do right now is hit that subscribe button. We're also going to be live for the NFL trade deadline, so subscribe. Turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss any of our live shows or the breaking news. If you're wondering how to turn on your notifications, this is how you do it on your mobile device. So when you're on your phone, right, like you're sitting there like this, you see that little bell, you click that bell, and then you got to click all. That way when you get all of our notifications for all the shows that we do. Now maybe, I don't know, you don't have a cell phone in today's world. Hey, I get it. You're on your desktop watching us right now. Same thing. On your mouse pad, scroll up, click the notification bell. It's going to be right here on your screen. And then a nice big old, I was going to say letters, but I guess it's a picture. Then you click all. I don't want you to miss anything because let's just say a week from now you're like, oh, will Mark Ingram get traded to the Saints? I'm going to be like, he already got traded to the Saints. Subscribe, turn on those noties.
Colton Davis, who will have the most receiving yards at the end of the year? Ooh, good question. I so badly want to say Jamar Chase will lead the way. I think the answer, though, the leader right now is Cooper Kupp. That feels like a pretty good answer still. Dark horse name to keep an eye out for, Tyreek Hill. I know he's been inconsistent. He's down by like 150 yards right now. But think about it this way. They're going to throw it a lot in KC. So I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill or Cooper Kupp. From StarGazer, which happens first? Lions win or Cardinals first loss? Well, of course, Arizona does play on Thursday Night Football, which complicates things a little bit here. I'm going to lean towards the Lions win this week, so we'll see how that relates to Arizona. For Marquise Robertson, hi, Tom. Also, Chase, Harrison, and Mitchell. Michael Renz, and the rest of the Chat Sports crew. Predictions to the Super Bowl. Also, I have subscribed. Thank you, Marquise or Marquis. My preseason prediction was Packers-Chiefs. Canceling the Chiefs, I'm going Bills, and I guess I'll stick with Packers to keep some credibility there. But, hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments.